Hello students, welcome back to another exciting session of biology. Let me ask you something. Have you ever felt your heart pounding after running up the stairs? That rapid heartbeat is your body's way of transporting more oxygen and nutrients to your muscles. Transportation in biology means moving food, gases, hormones, and wastes from one part of the organism to another. In simple organisms like amoeba, diffusion is enough to supply all parts of the body. But in larger, complex organisms like us, diffusion would be too slow. That's why we have specialized transport systems. Plants rely on vascular tissues like xylem and phloem, while animals like humans use an elaborate circulatory system. So let's first understand transportation in humans. Our circulatory system consists of the heart, blood vessels, and blood. Together, they form an extraordinary delivery and waste removal network. The system carries oxygen, carbon dioxide, nutrients, hormones, and waste throughout the body. For example, when you eat food, nutrients absorbed in your intestine are quickly picked up by blood and transported to every single cell. This ensures that no cell is deprived of resources or burdened with wastes. Observe this diagram of the human circulatory system. Arteries, veins, and capillaries spread like highways throughout the body. At the center of this system is the human heart, a muscular organ about the size of your fist. The heart has 4 chambers, 2 atria, and 2 ventricles that pump blood in a beautifully coordinated manner. The right side pumps deoxygenated blood to the lungs for purification, while the left side pumps oxygen-rich blood to the rest of the body. That lub-dub sound you hear during a heartbeat? It's caused by valves closing to ensure blood flows in only one direction. This double circulation prevents mixing of oxygenated and deoxygenated blood, which makes our system highly efficient. Look at this labeled diagram of the human heart. Notice the chambers, valves, and arrows showing the direction of blood flow. Now, let's take a closer look at blood, the transport fluid in our body. Blood is a connective tissue that carries oxygen, nutrients, hormones, and wastes. It has several components. Red blood cells, or RBCs, carry oxygen with the help of hemoglobin. White blood cells, or WBCs, fight infections and keep us healthy. Platelets help in clotting to stop blood loss when we are injured. And plasma, the fluid part, transports dissolved nutrients, hormones, and waste products. Think about it. When you get a small cut, within seconds platelets start forming a clot to protect you from excessive bleeding. Isn't that incredible? Look at this microscopic image showing RBCs, WBCs, and platelets. Notice their distinct shapes and functions. Transport is equally fascinating in plants, though the system looks very different. Plants use vascular tissues, xylem and phloem, to move materials. Xylem transports water and minerals absorbed by roots all the way to the leaves. This movement is driven by a process called transpiration pull. Phloem, on the other hand, transports the food prepared in leaves during photosynthesis to all other parts of the plant. This process is called translocation. Imagine a tall tree. How does water reach its topmost leaves? It happens through the continuous column of water maintained by cohesion, adhesion, and transpiration pull. Observe this diagram showing xylem moving water upward and phloem moving food in multiple directions. Let's focus more closely on transpiration, the engine that drives water movement in plants. Transpiration is the evaporation of water from the aerial parts of the plant, mainly through stomata on leaves. This creates a suction force that pulls water upward through the xylem. On hot days, you might see tiny water droplets at the tips of leaves That's guttation, a sign of water transport. Transpiration not only pulls water, but also helps in cooling the plant and maintaining a steady flow of minerals. Look at this diagram showing water evaporating from leaf, which creates an upward pull for water to be sucked in by the roots. Isn't it amazing? So, let's wrap this up. We've seen how humans depend on their circulatory system, heart, blood vessels, and blood, for transport. We've also seen how plants rely on xylem and phloem to move water, minerals, and food. Transportation ensures that no part of a living organism is cut off from resources or left burdened with waste. Think about it. Your heartbeat, the oxygen you breathe, the tall tree standing in your garden, all are possible because of transport systems. Just like cities need roads, pipelines, and power lines, living organisms need transportation networks to stay alive. Isn't it fascinating that whether in your body or in a tree, transport is the lifeline that connects every part of life? I hope this session opened your eyes to the amazing transportation systems that sustain organisms. Biology truly is the science of life. In our next adventure, we'll explore excretion, the system that manages waste while keeping our internal environment balanced. Until then, remember, every heartbeat and every rustling leaf is proof of life's transport in action.